Hey guys, I'm fired up for today's tip of the day because it's about that bullshit study on processed meats and red meat and cancer. You guys know the one I'm talking about. World Health Organization, WHO, the WHO, the World Health Organization has conducted a study on the association between processed meats, like deli meats, like turkey breast, cold cut turkey breast, ham, salami, cured bacon, sausages, the other types of cured meats, and red meats as well. Now, what they reported was that they found a strong, very strong association between processed meats and cancer, particularly colorectal cancer, colon cancer. Bullshit is what I say. That's the real truth. Let me clear up the confusion for you guys. Any expert out there who's telling you that you should follow this advice by the World Health Organization is basically admitting that they don't know shit. Sorry, they don't know shit about science. This is not science. Let me tell you guys a little bit about science. This is an epidemiological study, and in fact, if you go to any university, go to the real science area, the people that are doing things like physiology, biochemistry, other chemistries as well, even psychology. This is real research. You're doing real research, seeing a cause and effect. When you take living humans like this and do an epidemiological study, all you're doing is basically taking a questionnaire, asking people to remember how much red meat, how much processed meats they eat in a day, over decades, over many years. It doesn't really tell you anything. It's really not science. It's very soft science. Epidemiological studies cannot make that type of conclusion. Sure, did they find an association between processed meat and the risk of cancer? Yeah, they did. They probably did. But were these subjects, were these people fitness fanatics who might be eating some sliced turkey breast? No. Likely it was a bunch of couch potatoes sitting on their asses 24 hours a day, watching television, eating salami on white bread with mayonnaise on a sandwich. That's the type of subjects that were interviewed. I can guarantee you this. This is not an association between processed meat and cancer. It's an association between a shitty lifestyle, sitting on your ass with no nutritional knowledge, just eating shit that's in your fridge or at a restaurant, whatever. No nutritional knowledge, eating poorly, not exercising. That is an association for a higher risk of cancer. You can't tweeze out these single foods. It's not processed meat, because I guarantee you, if they did a study on fitness fanatics like myself, like you, who exercise daily, who follow a smart nutrition plan and have some processed meats in their diet, are going to have far less risk of cancer, regardless of the processed meat, regardless of the red meat. Let me tell you something else about research, guys. Research comes down to statistics. That's right. So I can almost guarantee you that when these scientists went into this study, that A, they wanted to find an increased risk between cancer and processed meats as well as red meats, and they used statistical analysis to make sure that there was significance. This is how it works. You do a study. Then you decide what statistics you're going to run on the numbers you got to find that there was significance in what you want to show as a scientist. You run a statistical test like a t-test. You don't see significance, guess what you do? You don't say, oh, we didn't find significance. You run another statistical test. Maybe it's a paired t-test. Maybe it's an ANCOVA. Maybe it's area under the curve. Maybe it's a MANOVA. These are all statistical tests that can be used, depending on the study, to tweak your data to find what you expected to find going into the study. Okay, so they ran the stats till they found significance. The best thing about the red meat is, even after all the stats that they ran, all they could say was that they found a weak association. So there wasn't even a strong association, despite handpicking statistics to help show that red meat increases the risk of cancer. They still couldn't find a strong association because there isn't one. Was it grass-fed meat? Were they following a lower carb, high protein, higher healthy fat diet? No, we don't know any of this. What were their exercise habits? How many carbs were they eating? How much white bread were they eating? None of this is really factored in. So really what we have here is an association between a shitty lifestyle and cancer. We already know that. You eat some processed meats, you eat red meat, not going to increase your risk of cancer. But the WHO not only is recommending that you lower your intake of meat. Yeah, don't eat as much protein, guys, but you increase your intake of complex carbs. Yeah, because complex carbs are healthy. And with the fiber, they show a reduced risk of cancer. Meat products, higher risk of cancer. So what you guys should be doing, based on the WHO's recommendation and any other idiot expert out there who's actually telling you to follow this recommendation from the WHO, they're telling you eat less protein and more carbohydrates. Well, this is not how I got my abs, that's for sure. How I got my abs is high protein and a lower carbohydrate intake. Oh, and by the way, what do my numbers look like on my blood test? Oh, all my inflammatory markers? Nowhere. They're so low that you would never know that I'm almost 48 years old. That's right. And I do eat processed meats. I eat bacon. I eat turkey breast. I eat ham. I eat tons of grass-fed red beef. There is no increased risk for cancer as long as the diet is also a healthy diet. It's not looking at different foods, it's actually looking at the entire diet. Smart dieting, lifestyle. This is what it's about. It's not finding foods that you're going to take out of your diet or superfoods to even add to your diet. Sure, I recommend eating certain foods like eggs that are going to increase your health, increase your gains, but it's really about overall diet practices. It's following a smart, well-balanced diet that includes red meat, that includes processed meats, that includes whole grains and complex carbs, vegetables, fruits. It's really about eating well balanced. And for us who want to improve our performance, want to improve our physiques, more lean muscle, less body fat, it's about eating more protein and fewer carbs. It's really that simple. Protein is not the enemy. Meat is not the enemy. Fat is not the enemy. Nothing is really the enemy. It's a shitty diet and inactivity. We're waging war on inactivity here with the gym army. That's really what it's about. It's about staying active and eating a healthy diet. So, my tip is to disregard the nonsense from the World Health Organization and disregard the nonsense from any of those other experts out there who are telling you you should also be eating less processed meat, eating less red meat, and eating more whole grains. No, it's not the way to go, guys. Balanced diets, eat for your goals, Disregard the nonsense and don't fall for the bullshit science that really isn't science. There's the truth, guys. Red meat, especially grass-fed, even processed meats, are fine as long as you're following a healthy diet and an active lifestyle. That's your tip. Stay Gym Army strong, guys. Stay active. Stay healthy.